Hello everyone, I am Ananya Jaiswal, currently pursuing my BTech in third year from Vellore Institute of Technology, Vellore. Today, I am making this video to present my digital assignment 1 in the subject Computer Organization and Architecture under Dr. Dhanabal R. My college registration number is 18BEC0465 and my subject serial number is 31. The question for my digital assignment, as mentioned below, is as follows. Analysis of microprocessing element, a microprocessor or a controller or a IP core from any vendor of your choice based on the concepts learned in computer organization and architecture syllabus. So, given the choice, the microcontroller that I chose was ESP8266, manufactured by Express If Systems in the year 2015. Based on the above choice, the following 10 questions in the digital assignment have been answered. So, according to the assignment, question 1 being a clear block diagram of the microcontroller selected goes as follows. As visible, this is the clear block diagram of ESP8266 drawn using online tool draw.io, comprising of various components comprised by the microcontroller such as RF balance switch, RF receive transmit, analog receive, analog transmit, digital baseband, bias circuits, crystal, PMU, MSC comprising of registers, CPU, sequencers, accelerators, interface comprising of SDIO, SPI, GPIO, I2C, PMU and SRAM. Not just a single block diagram. For a clear understanding of the microcontroller, another block diagram has been drawn using the same online tool draw.io by me, and the figure B gives a clear understanding of the ESP8266 microcontroller through another block diagram. The block diagram comprises of an analog Wi-Fi block as shown to the left of the block diagram and another small block diagram to the right comprising of digital baseband, power control, I/O and SRAM. The next block diagram is the internal block diagram of ESP8266 comprising of the Wi-Fi module, which gives a clear picture and understanding of the inside of ESP8266. Not just this, the pin configuration felt important. The entire ESP8266 module circuit diagram has been shown as follows. Moving on, the question number 2 states to provide the instruction set of the microprocessing element with clock cycle required, machine cycle required, memory required, flags affected, type of instruction based on addressing modes, operation, etc. And the following table has been prepared for the same, keeping in mind all the above asked instructions. As we see, the table has been divided into 3 columns. The first column being the function, the second column being the AT command, and the third column being the response. So as we go through the table, we find the different functions. They're following AT command for ESP8266, and how will the microcontroller respond to these set of commands. For example, working, if the function is working, the AT command is AT and the response is OK. The AT command for restart is AT plus RST, and again the response is OK, which means that the system is ready. Similarly, as we go through the table, we find various other functions, their following command, and how will the microcontroller react to it. And therefore, it's a request to kindly go through the entire table thoroughly for the clear understanding of the instruction set of ESP8266. Question number 3 being to explain the microprocessing element architecture. ESP architecture is being described as it is integrated Wi-Fi solution, a minimum of 7 external components, wide temperature range from minus 40 degrees Celsius to 125 degrees Celsius, and it has a 8 Mbit flash embedded. ESP8266 uses a 32-bit processor with 16-bit instructions. It is Harvard architecture, which mostly means that instruction memory and data memory are completely separate. The ESP8266 has on-die program, read-only memory ROM, which includes some library code and a first-stage bootloader. All the rest of the code must be stored in external serial flash memory which provides only serial access to the data rather than addressing individual bytes. The user reads or writes large contiguous groups of bytes in the address space serially. Depending on the ESP8266 that you have, the amount of available flash memory can vary. As any microcontroller, ESP8266 has a set of GPIO pins, which is general purpose input output pins that we can use to control external sensors. Our ESP8266, the one which I have used in the circuit diagram, has 17 GPIO pins, but only 11 can be used among 17 pins. 6 are used for communication with the onboard flash memory chip. It also has an analog input to convert a voltage level into a digital value that can be stored and processed in the ESP8266. The next question that follows the assignment is correlate the microprocessing element, microprocessor controller IP core architecture with the architectures discussed in Module 1. Module 1 is basically the module that I have been taught in my university in the subject, which deals with the architecture and the basics of computer organization and architecture. So based on that, the following question has been answered. So basically, ESP8266 is a modified Harvard architecture 32-bit RISC microprocessor which is produced by the Shanghai-based Chinese manufacturer Espressif Systems. ESP8266 is a low-cost Wi-Fi chip with full TCP/IP stack and a Tensilica Extensa LX106 microprocessor. It is now supported in the Arduino IDE as well as the Eclipse IDE, where in non-Neumann architecture there is no separate data and program memory. Instead, a single memory connection is given to the CPU. Von Neumann architecture requires less space. The next question that follows my assignment is to elaborate the register organization of microprocessing element. So basically, pin out is a register that holds the output of all the pins at once. Bit 0 is equal to GPIO 0, bit 2 is equal to GPIO 2. Whatever is written there will affect all the pins at once. Pin out set is a register that only sets a pin to high. Any bit that is set will set that pin high. Any non-set pins will have no effect at all. Pin out clear is like set, just that any one bit will be set according to pin to low. Pin DIR is organized like pin out, that is, it affects all pins at once. Any bit that is set will make that pin an output. Pin DIR output is like pin out set, only that this changes the direction of the pin to an output instead of its output level. Subsequently, pin DIR input sets pin as an input. Again, only one bit written will cause a change. Pin in holds the input states of the pin. Any one bit means that the relevant pin sees a high logic. Any 0 bit indicates a logic 0. These bits change regardless whether the pin is configured as output or input. The outset and outclear registers are quite useful, so are the DIR output and DIR input registers. If one wants to quickly set clear pins or change their direction without going through the provided API, which always takes 4 parameters that are handed over to a function in ROM and then subsequently used there. Directly accessing them will reduce that overhead. Oh, and of course, the pin out and pin DIR registers can also be read back, but not the set clear and input output registers. They will always return 0 on read. And the following register organization has also been elaborated. The question 6 from a digital assignment asks to explain the type of algorithm used for signed and unsigned calculations. So basically ESP8266 uses unsigned algorithm for addition and subtraction. The normal signed algorithm is used for the multiplication and division. Question 7 says find what type of control logic unit used and correlates its performance with the type of control unit in module 3 in the COA syllabus. Again, for the viewers, I would like to inform that module 3 is basically the module taught or a part of my computer organization and architecture syllabus in college. The ESP8266EX integrates a 10 silica L106 32-bit RISC processor, which achieves extra low power consumption and reaches a maximum clock speed of 160 MHz. The real-time operating system, RTOS, and Wi-Fi stack allow 80% of the processing power to be available for user application programming and development. The CPU includes the interfaces as below. Programmable RAM-ROM interface iBus, which can be connected with memory controller and can also be used to visit flash. Data RAM interface DBus, which can be connected with memory controller. AHB interface, which can be used to visit the register. A comparison. Arithmetic operations include basic calculations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, while ESP8266, on the other hand, stands for control unit and is one of the two main components of the computer processor. It deals with the coordination between the hardware devices attached with each other and works as an interactive bridge between software and hardware on the computer. Going on next, question number 8 asks to explain the memory management system in the processing element selected, list its addressing capabilities, memory mapping technique followed, find the advantage of memory design and management techniques over the concepts given in module 4 in the COA syllabus. ESP provides an application specific memory allocator to use instead of malloc. The allocator is a part of the multi-threaded portable runtime MPR and is tailored to the needs of embedded applications. It is faster than most general-purpose malloc allocators for these workloads. It is deterministic and allocates and frees memory in constant time. It exhibits very low fragmentation and accurate coalescing. In practice, there are thus two kinds of memory. One is managed memory, the other is malloc memory. Managed memory is allocated via the MPR, which is actively managed by the garbage collector. The user is responsible for making the memory as being active via the MPR mark API. The collector will automatically reclaim the memory when it is no longer marked as being actively used. On the other hand, malloc memory is allocated directly or indirectly by malloc and is not managed by the garbage collector. The user is responsible for explicitly calling free when the memory is no longer required. You must not call MPR mark on such memory. Following are the advantages of memory design and management techniques. It has a programmable Wi-Fi module, Arduino-like hardware input-output, and so on, as we can see. Moving on, we have question number 9, which is to elaborate the pipeline and parallel processing capabilities of the unit and hazard management technique. The ESP tile has up to 8 active logical core BT in ESP8266 7-stage pipeline to support the clock frequency of up to 240 Hz. Hazard management. Espressif Systems Smart Connectivity Platform enables sophisticated features including fast switch between sleep and wake up mode for energy efficient purpose, adaptive radio biasing for low power operation, advantage signal processing, SPUR cancellation, and RF coexisting mechanisms. For common cellular Bluetooth, DDR, LVDs, LCDs interference mitigation. Moving on to the final question, which is to find whether processor level parallelism is available in the element selected, illustrate cache coherence, and protocol used for handling memory. Instruction level parallelism or ILP attempts to improve processor performance by having multiple processor components or functional units simultaneously executing instructions. There are two main approaches to ILP, the one being pipelining, in which functional units are arranged in stages and multiple issue, in which multiple instructions can be simultaneously initiated. Both approaches are used in virtually all modern CPUs. Yes, processor level parallelism is available as we learn that the processor runs multiple tasks simultaneously using logical cores, each of which is guaranteed a slice of processing power and can execute computational code, control software, and I/O interfaces. Logical cores use channels to exchange data within a tile or across the tiles. With this, we have come to an end to the digital assignment. I hope we have been clear enough to understand ASP 8266 and all the 10 questions and elaborations regarding it. With this, I would like to end my presentation. So, thank you everyone.